Hi, this is Evan, founder of Journal Menu, and thank you so much for being here with me today. I want to describe to you today what our Triathlon Journal is. So what here is our Into the Sunset cover, and Michelle, this is the second journal she bought with us, and so she asked to put the number 2 in the corner of the cover for us. We were able to do that, obviously. The Triathlon Journal it's assuming that you're doing cross training, and so that you are lifting as well as working out with your bricks and your triathlon workouts. And so we've included a quick guide to lifting, to addressing mobility issues, and to have a couple warm-ups to make sure your body is ready for those workouts. Then we have a goal page. That's something that's pretty important. You should be tracking your goals and you should be checking them off, because what other way do you know that you're progressing if not by setting goals and by completing goals? We have another SMART goal page, which really helps you drill down into actually what that goal is going to take. So you would use that SMART goal page for your big goals, whether it be the Louisville Ironman. I wish I had the SMART goal page when I did the Louisville Ironman. I probably would have done a lot better, but I finished. That's enough for me. We have a body measurements page, and that's where you can see how your body, if it's getting stronger, if it's getting weaker, if your weight going up, is your weight going down, is the size of your waist going down, is it going up? And by tracking those, you are either moving towards your goals or if you're moving away from your goals. Then we have your mobility pages. These mobility pages will help you help you become more mobile and help you address mobility issues that could be impeding your workouts. Everybody knows that if you can't get into a full squat, it's probably because your hips are tight or your knees are tight or your back is tight. Who knows what it may be? These give you a lot of solutions for addressing those mobility pages. After that, we have your triathlon planning pages. And so we are not trying to help you finish an Ironman first. We are trying to help you know what kind of numbers you're trying to hit for those sprint triathlons, for the Olympic triathlons, for the international distance triathlons, so that you can work towards those effectively. Then we give you a planner so that you can figure it out for yourself. And by figuring out for yourself, you figure out which numbers are working for you. And that way you can adjust for your own parameters based on your own experience. We've got a few pages for triathlon sprint training. We assume that you're going to go for a few of them. Then we have a half Ironman training page. It's a pretty good one. So you'll be able to look at the times that you'll be necessary in order to reach certain marks. And that way you say, okay, I think I'm going to do that as a 40-minute super fast swim, and then your 3-hour bike, and hopefully that half probably like an hour 30 marathon. If you're doing that, you probably don't need this journal, but it might be helpful. Then we go into interval training. We give you a brief breakdown of interval training, how you should do interval training, and then some other tips and tricks on what different skills can be helpful for your triathlon training. This is our race guide, where you are tracking how that race went. So if you're doing 5, 6, 10 races during the year, you want to track how they're going and if they're improving or not. This is one place that you can keep track of that, and you can, in the spread, you can look at a glance how your races have gone and dig into them. Use this date to flip into the page where you track how that workout went. Finally, the race review. We have a number of these pages where you can really dig into those races and really write down. It's really important to write, to reflect, because if you're not writing it down, if you're not reflecting on it, then you're not going to be able to improve on it for next time. On our workout page, which is, arguably the most important page in the journal, this is where you're tracking your progress over time. We have a goal work section. We have a mobility section if you're having, mobility impediments. We have a workout section. You can check off whether it was a swim, bike, run, or if it was a brick. We have the distance, the elevation you went, the pace that you were at, the route. And we've realized that you're probably going to be using an app to help you track those different things, unless you're, going through Google Maps and figuring it out. But there is such an important part of it that comes from writing down. It helps you remember your workouts. It helps you review your workouts. It helps you synthesize all that information that you spent 2.5 hours working out. Your phone tracked it, but it didn't help you understand it. And so that's where the journal comes in. It helps you understand that information. And then you have a little notes section. So you've tracked your information for the workout. Now your notes are, where can I improve? What about my nutrition went wrong? What about the bike. Maybe I need to check the chain and clean the chain so that next time you come into this workout page, you can say, oh, that's what I need to do. Or that's what went well. And the really important thing about recording information is that by recording this information, you're able to look back at it, and when you really peak, when you taper and peak, you can say, these are the movements and the exercises that worked well for me. And if you need to replicate it, you can go back to those workouts and that information, and you can use it to replicate your success. So if you PR'd your Olympic sprint or your Olympic triathlon, and you decide you want to do it again, go back to those different the information that you've recorded here and replicate it. And maybe tweak a couple things, tweak your nutrition a little bit, but you don't need to rewrite it from the ground up. Finally, at the back of the workout, the journal, we have your PR charts, right? So you are able to track those PR times, those PR movements, and we have your pace charts. So these pace charts help you choose the pace you need to hit for different distances. And we have it for swimming, we have it for running, we have it for biking, so that if you're trying to hit a 20-mile-an-hour bike section, this is the paces you need to do for the sprint triathlon, for an Olympic triathlon, for a half Ironman, for an Ironman. If you're trying to go 20 miles an hour for 5 hours, you should probably know what you should be aiming for. Keeping track of that with your watch or with your phone, but this helps you plan it. So that's what this journal is about. It's about planning and reviewing and recording your workouts so that you can use them to create a better experience, a better workout, and a better set of workouts for yourself. We make them as indestructible as possible. They're flexible, they're strong, they're going to last for a while, and you can kind of make them last as long as you want, especially if you buy a couple of them. And they're going to do a better job of tracking for you because you're going to understand the information that you're writing in them. I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and I hope that it has been explanatory for you. But if you have any other questions, please reach out to us by email, through Facebook, and we will try and address them to the best of our ability. Thank you so much for stopping by, and have a great day.